Welcome to An Apple a Day, a podcast, a resource, a community. Share your experiences and learn from others as we overcome barriers and learn to live a happy and healthy life. Not as disabled people, but as people with a disability. Welcome to the community. Here's your host, Jimmy Apple.
Welcome to another episode of An Apple a Day. I'm your host, Jimmy Apple. Before we start, I want to thank Lauren for the new intro that we have here. Good job, Lauren. Hey, how you feeling today, my friends? You feeling good? You feeling strong? You feeling better than you did yesterday? Excellent. You can't ask for better than that. Hey, we got a good one for you today, but today is only a bite, a bit, a slice of the apple. Before we start, I want to remind you, we have a group on Facebook. It's called Living with a Disability. You can get there by going to www.famousapple.com/group. That's www.famousapple.com/GROUP. Hey, there's a lot of people over there. They're having fun. They're chatting. They're talking. They're asking questions, answering questions. New people are joining every day now. So what's stopping you? Go over there. They're doing it. You should be doing it too. Have some fun. We have got a good one for you today. Now, what I've been doing is going around to different groups on Facebook that I belong to and asking questions and checking out what the answers are. And this past couple of weeks, I put questions on the group pages, and the question is, do you avoid pursuing a new friendship or relationship because of your disability? Now, I expected to get a couple of answers saying, yeah, I do avoid these things. I didn't expect to get 99% of the answers to be yes, they avoid trying to form new friendships or enter into relationships because of their disabilities. That's ridiculous. I'm saying ridiculous. At one point in my life, I did the same thing. I avoided making friendships or trying to form new friendships, or I was already married when I got hurt. But I could see where people would be shy about trying to get into a relationship. But I got a question. Why? Why are you shy about it? Think of this. If you had red hair, would you be shy about asking a girl out or accepting a date from a guy because you had red hair? That's different. You know, most people have brown hair or blonde hair or gray hair. Would you feel different because you had red hair? No, why should you? Or if you were overweight, would you be afraid to make friends with somebody? You know, you're not the lean, mean fighting machine or the svelte young lady. If you were overweight, would that stop you? I know some people are saying yes, it probably would. You're crazy. People don't look at you. Well, some people do. Some people, the shallow people in the world will look at you because you have a disability and say, ew. But you know what? Who needs them? The real people will judge you by your personality. Anyone that's going to be taken back because you have a disability. Yeah, and I'm going to use me. I'm going to use me for an example. I'm in a wheelchair. I'm missing a leg. My hands, they're not deformed, but they don't look good and they don't work right, to be honest with you. I'm blind 80% blind in my left eye. And on top of that, I have tattoos. I have a beard. My hair is, most of the time, it's longer than most. Sometimes it's buzz cut. But, you know, I'm not your average guy. And as far as body style, I'm not obese, but I wouldn't say I have a swimmer's body either. So, taking all that into consideration, people are going to look at me and they're either going to say, there goes a out-of-shape guy in a wheelchair missing parts. And if that's the case and they don't want to go further than that, the hell with him. But most people don't look at me and say, I like him because of the way he looked. It might be because of my personality, I'd like to think. But I'm not afraid to go up to somebody and say hello. And if they turn around and say, yeah, hi, and walk away from me, well, the way I look at it, that's their loss. You know, the people that stick around, they get to know me a little bit and they find out, well, they can look past the tattoos. They can look past the wheelchair. I always tell a story. When I first got hurt, I used to have a large circle of friends, and we all rode motorcycles, and we used to go fishing, and we used to, well, I was kind of not so much into the hunting anymore at that point, but, you know, we were a group of friends that we liked to do things, and Sunday morning rides on the motorcycles and stuff. Well, I got hurt. I couldn't use my motorcycle anymore. I couldn't walk. And slowly but surely, that large group dwindled down, and everyone had an excuse. Oh, I got to go here, I got to go there. I can't bear to look at him like that anymore. You know, it's sad. I feel bad for him. All these excuses. And like I said, slowly but surely, people drifted away, and I didn't hear from them anymore. Make a long story short, I was left with 3 of my original friends. Say, out of 30, say, 3 people. And still today, I'm friends with those 3 people. Those are real friends. I'm sorry, that's the way I feel. Those are my true friends. Out of 30 people, I have 3 real friends. Having a disability is almost like a magic power. You can find out who your real friends are. And then you can use that magic power to find new friends. You can eliminate the fake people right from the beginning. People that don't want to know you, people that are just being polite and looking the other way and looking for an excuse to get away from you, well, that magic power is working. The people that stay and talk and say, hey, let's get in touch. Maybe we'll go out for coffee next week, next Tuesday, we'll go out for coffee. Your magic power is working. You're finding new friends. Why should you be afraid to make new friends? You're still a viable person. You're a formidable person. Hey, you have a lot to offer. You have a great personality. I talk to people online, you know, through these group pages, and they tell me, I've had a stroke. I've had this. I've had that. I've had a stroke. I've had 5 strokes. You know, if you don't want to talk to me, you don't want to listen to the podcast, then you wouldn't be here. If you didn't want to talk to me, you wouldn't be asking me questions or saying, "Hey Jim, how you feeling today?" on the computer. You wouldn't be sending me emails. You wouldn't be answering the emails or answering the questions I ask you. You know, you're still a formidable person. I don't care. I'm not the type of person who cares what anybody looks like. If I did, I wouldn't look in the mirror. It's a scary thing when I look in the mirror. That's why I podcast. You ever look at my profile picture? It's a picture of an apple. But I digress. But the whole thing is, you can't stop yourself from going out there. What did you do before you had your disability? What did you do? Did you stay inside your house and hide in a corner and not make friends? Didn't you go out to a bar or go to a club or go to a coffee shop? Didn't you make friends at work? You can't hide yourself. You have to get that. You have to have self-respect. You have to love yourself. You have to be able to go out and not be afraid to make friends. A lot of the people that I speak to on the computer, in these group forums, in these chat rooms, you are nice people, very nice people, and you don't give yourself enough credit. All right, some of the people, they have really crummy attitudes that you really have to work on. You know, these people that get onto the group boards and they're like, I'm going to kill myself. I can't take any more of this. All right, I feel bad for you. Believe me, I feel bad for you. But when you get onto these group boards 7 days a week, and 7 days a week, nothing gets any better for you, you have to think to yourself, boy, maybe I should seek some help. And not on a Facebook page. Maybe I really should seek some professional help. You can't be miserable 7 days a week. If you are, something should spark in your head saying, I need some help. But I think, honestly, in my own, and this is just my own, I'm not diagnosing anybody, but I think a lot of times actually, when someone gets on a group page and tells you how bad their life is day in and day out, that's a cry not for help sometimes, but a cry for someone just to talk to. They want somebody to tell them, oh, your life isn't that bad. They want a conversation with somebody, and they don't know how to start a conversation. Or you have some serious issues that you have to deal with. And then you should really think to yourself, I need help, and seek that help. I was just so surprised that so many people are afraid to pursue new friendships. You do it online. You can't be afraid to do it in person. Meet the people that you talk to online. I'm not saying just go meet strangers online and go out and have coffee. That would be foolish. But people that you talk to on a regular basis. Take it to the next step, maybe. Switch, exchange phone numbers and talk on the phone and build friendships. That's something to do. That's something to try. That's safe. But don't be afraid to make new friends. Don't be afraid to enter a relationship. Hey, what's the worst someone can say to you? No? Have you never heard no before? If that's the worst thing that is said to you in your life, no big thing. Seriously. And there's just one more thing I want to talk to you about. This is also another question that I put on the chat boards. When you meet somebody new and they say to you, hi, my name is Joe Abel and I like to play golf. What do? What's the first thing you say to them? Do you say, I'm disabled? If you do, I have to ask, why? Why would you say that? You're so much more than your disability. First of all, there's no such thing as Lauren said in the opening to this podcast today. Listen to the opening of the podcast. We're not disabled people. We're people with disabilities. Think about this. Keep this in your mind. If you were a disabled person, that means you're broken. If you're broken, what does that mean? We're not broken. We're just a little bit bent. Maybe we're a little bit bent, but we're not broken. We're still people. No different than Joe Abel may be a little bit overweight, but that's that. We may have a disability, but we're not broken. We're still people. Joe Abel may be fat, but he's still a person. Jimmy Apple doesn't have a leg, but I'm still a person. So when someone says to you, hi, my name is Joe Abel, I play golf, and Jimmy Apple answers, well, hi, I'm Jimmy Apple, I podcast, or I like to sing, or I'm not going to tell him I'm disabled. Joe Abel's not coming up to me and saying, hi, I'm Joe Abel, and I have an alcohol problem. You know what I'm saying? Don't be so quick to put out there that you're disabled. You're more than a disability. Get that through your head. You're a person. You're a formidable person. You're so much more than a disability. Don't let others define you by a disability. And don't you ever define yourself as a disability. Remember that, my friends. Always remember this. Things could always be worse. No matter what, things can always be worse. Right now, there's somebody somewhere wishing that they were in your position. So things can always be worse. Hey, you've been listening to an apple a day. A slice of the apple today, as a matter of fact. My name is Jimmy Apple. We have got so much more coming up for you in the next couple of weeks. You're not going to want to miss it. We have interviews coming up. We have quite a bit, actually. So I just wanted to touch base and let you know these things. Remember it. You're a very special person. And I want to thank you for listening to An Apple a Day. I want to remind you, An Apple a Day is brought to you by www.famousapple.com. Remember, join us over on the group page. We have a lot of fun. I want to see you there. I want to talk to you there. And I want you to come back and check out an Apple a day as often as you can. My name is Jimmy Apple, and I'll talk to you again real soon. Take care, my friends.
Thanks for listening to An Apple a Day with Jimmy Apple, your gateway to a happy, healthy life. Join our community at www.famousapple.com. See you next time.